What's up, guys? Welcome to PowerDrift. Actually, no, welcome to Meet the Leaders. We are in Jaipur here. We are at Hop Electric. That's the name of their upcoming bike. It's called Oxo. And look what I have out here. A 20 paise coin from 1970.
20 पैसे coin.
Check it out.
इसमें आज क्या मिलता है? 20 पैसे?
In year 2022, you get a kilometer-long ride on one of Hop Electric products.
एक काम
मेरे
करते
पास 2 और हैं.
हैं. Let's go inside and talk.
Yeah.
And बेशर्म होके जॉब मत मांगना.
Oh, that will be difficult. Ketan, just for a kilometer, we ride it just for a kilometer. In fact, I've got the right thing with me here. 20 paise for a kilometer.
मेरे पास भी है. 1 किलोमीटर मुझे भी, प्लीज. एक.
Well, Ketan, if that's less, मतलब और भी पैसे लाए हैं हम. 3 kilometers at least now, we should be able to ride the Oxo.
So this time Meet the Leaders is going to be really interesting because we are going to be meeting a person who will be back in I think 2011 or 12 at a couple of lakh rupees and then with 650 crores.
Guys, can we get started?
Folks, thank you for joining us. We are meeting Mr. Ketan Mehta, a prodigy, I would say. 30 under 30 Forbes Asia, and that all happened on the back of he having a couple of lakh rupees in year 2011 or 2012 and then building a solar farm.
1.5 gigawatt in the world.
That catapulted you to becoming 30 under 30 in Forbes.
Yes. So solar, my first business.
Yeah.
So we are an energy company by heart, and we started this company in 2011. Raise Power Infra. That is my first business, and completely bootstrapped, never raised any capital.
That's amazing.
We are doing about 650 crores of revenue now, and we've been profitable every year since last 11 years. So by God's grace,
That's insane.
the first year when I graduated, so I had to convince my parents कि job join नहीं करनी है, तो उनको reason देना था.
You're from Jaipur.
Yeah, I'm from Jaipur.
And you still have to convince your parents to join.
If your parents are sending you to IIT, they're sending for a reason. Right?
Yeah.
So that package, that placement, and that's like something which is kind of a prestige point.
Absolutely.
So to convince that वो पूरा जो 4 साल और जो पूरा सपना था बड़ी MNC में जाके जॉब करना है, ये करना है, वो नहीं होने वाला है. तो उसके लिए कोई रीजन चाहिए अच्छा.
And that reason was?
That reason was that we were generating revenues by the time I was out of college.
How old are you, Ketan?
33.
That's amazing. And you're talking about IIT again here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hi, Dad. I'm interviewing an IIT person. I wish.
Hi, Dad.
You seem to be a serial entrepreneur here, and not to praise you. So I have certain things about you. You are a patient listener.
Yeah.
And ever since I walked into this building, I've
was
been
very
wanting
patient.
to talk to you. He's been a very patient listener. I hope you don't throw us out at the end of it, but a deep strategist. And mark my words, because I have some very pertinent questions on these.
Yeah, sure.
Core strengths of carving out the organization's roadmap. I'll restrict it here. There's more analytical skills, sharp engineer.
That's fine.
But
That's my hobby kind of in the business. So studying about business models, how does an organization work? What does a CPA firm in the US who's accounting the best of the businesses in New York, what do they do? What are those business models? So that's my hobby.
I want to know more about Hop Electric. How did that come into being, and how are the products doing, and what's the future like?
We started Hop Electric as with a mindset of being an energy company. The first thing we do in a business is run the unit economics. Right? Okay. Does it make sense to get into that business? Right. So when we did that in I think 2018 or something, when we did the unit economics of an electric mobility versus the ICE sort of technology, it already made sense. So unit economics was positive. So it was an obvious choice that yes, this sector is going to take off. Now, what is the role we can play in that? That was the question. Being from an energy background, we understood like the pain points. Why a customer won't shift to electric mobility. We jot down those points and then we carved out a solution that yes, we can play a role in the energy side of that business where we could reduce the upfront cost of a product, reduce the charging times, reduce the range anxiety.
Right.
So with that fundamental, we started Hop Mobility. We zeroed down on the swapping technology. We studied business models, globally, how does it work and what doesn't work. What I see in swapping is in 2 words, it's a range extender. So if you buy a Pulsar, or a Splendor, you don't buy 5 years of petrol with it, right? Why should you buy 5 years of petrol, which is battery in an EV, upfront, paying that upfront without knowing, replacement costs and warranties, this, that.
Right.
Today there is FAME subsidy, there is a lot of
Correct.
subsidization, and affordability has been artificially created.
Yes.
Correct.
But what happens after that? Another interesting point is no user. Like you want to buy a car which drives 400 kilometers a day, right? That's the mindset. यानी 300 चलना चाहिए, 400 चलना चाहिए. How many days in a year will you drive 300 kilometers a day? Probably 100, not even 100 days, like probably 20, 30 days, 40 days. For those 20, 30 days, which is driving your decision in buying that car, so if you get that 300 kilometers for that 20 days, but you don't have to pay upfront permanently for that cost. So that is how we think.
Absolutely making sense, Ketan.
That is how we think about swapping. It's a range extender. So the idea was create our own energy ecosystem, which is comprising of batteries. We developed our own swapping station, which could be the most advanced swapping station probably in India today, not globally I would say, but yes, in India. The idea was to make it compatible with multiple vehicles and give a solution to the consumer where they could decouple energy with the vehicle. We could not get a robust product because all the products which we tested, we gave to Swiggy guys, Zomato drivers.
You did that? Yeah.
Correct.
Because for them, petrol hurts them the most. Retrofitting doesn't work. Because this is a product which is homogeneous. It has to be engineered
sync
from
with-
grounds up,
yeah.
synced. That battery, that swapping station, the vehicle has to be made grounds up
Correct.
for each other. The second problem which we faced, people in India are not ready to pay subscription. Netflix is facing a crisis. They are launching a ad-supported, content because people in India are not tuned to pay subscription of 1,000 rupees a month and this that. So that is when Hop Electric got started. That was so today our business structure is into two parts. We have a holding company and then we have an energy company and we have an automotive company.
Right.
So Hop Energy is where our battery swapping station and the ecosystem lies, and Hop Electric is where we started our own automotive design and development in 2019. And the one thing which I had studied or realized that doing a grounds up product in electric mobility would take around 5 years. We probably thought we do not have that much of time, so we acquired a ready platform, which was engineered, designed for India and India in last 2 years. This is how Hop Energy and then Hop Electric got started.
Nice.
And today we have these two businesses which are running kind of independently, and both have their own P&L, have their own teams and all of that.
Do you think you are going to enjoy a head start and an advantage here because you are already building an ecosystem here? You're not just making an electric scooter that you're going to buy and sell, but you're also going to have the charging infrastructure, the power generation from the solar.
Yeah, so energy will be our sort of a much bigger play for us than anything else. And with solar expertise, and so today in solar we are selling power to industries at 3.5 rupees, where they are buying at 8 rupees from the discoms.
Wow.
So Toyota, Bosch, Raymond, Britannia, Metro, these are our clients.
Why the name Hop?
Hop basically because it's like hopping from one station to another station, one product to another product.
I thought it would be more on the lines of, given that you are an IIT student, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. But the energy can hop.
This has been done by our marketing team, so I have little role to play in getting the name out.
I have a certain few tough questions that we have brought along with us from Pune. Yeah.
Tough questions?
Okay, you ask the tough question.
I'm gonna ask something about the product. Y'all have about 2 scooters, Leo
And life.
Leo and
Life. Again, very creative names, and then you're coming up with something
Oxo.
else. Oxo. Oh, you can say it.
We can say the name. No issue.
Okay, lovely.
Can we see the motorcycle also?
We are launching it on 5th of September.
Nice.
So I think it's not very far. So let that curiosity be there.
Show us the motorcycle today. We'll have to do something else. Maybe go speak to someone else and try and get a sneak peek of the motorcycle.
Again, all these names are very creative, and my question is, you have ventured into scooters. Obviously, a motorcycle is coming.
Cars.
But Rohan likes cars.
Really?
See?
I mean, I like all
Motorcycles are
Oh, yeah.
motorcycles are better. You can go on roads very fast.
Absolutely.
And especially the one which we are getting. It's sporty. It's very unique in its looks because it's an everyday motorcycle. But the design. Okay. Just let it.
All right.
Yeah,
let
let the beans spill a little.
There's just so many a quick buck electric brands coming up out there which have the videocon approach, if you understand what I mean, where the VCR gets imported into India, you just remove the badging and call it videocon and sell machines or whatever you want to sell. But very few brands have the mettle, the prowess and the vision. What I'm getting here is a whole lot of vision. And so long story short, I'm asking you the question, is there any composite material electric car also on the cards?
Electric car? I don't think we'll have the bandwidth at this moment. I don't know. 2 years later when we are sitting again,
Maybe.
might have different.
So my tough questions, as I said, I'm
let's
ready
get to
with
the
them.
tough questions.
This is the most toughest one that you're going to face here. I was talking about hiring. Who will you hire, Varun or I?
I ride motorcycle by the way.
I don't have your resume, so.
He spoke like a true IT prodigy.
I think you're going to hire him.
Yeah, either of us, yeah.
But what are the qualities you look for?
See, I like detailing. I believe every job, every work, any business requires a lot of detailing and getting into the the sort of nuts and bolts of the things. And the people who do that, they can understand and solve the problems or the issues and go ahead. So I like those details.
Teamwork, is that something that becomes
Very
crucial
important,
for this
very
thing?
important. Organization cannot work
Cannot.
without teamwork. So I think appreciating your gaps in your abilities and appreciating somebody, because everybody has a skill set.
Right.
So an organization works because those skill sets come together and create something.
Do you have any heroes that you look up to yourself? Any inspirations or books?
My inspiration comes from Reliance, Dhirubhai Ambani. So Polyester King, I've read that books probably 10 times.
You're also a fan of cricket, I've read.
Yeah.
Do you play cricket?
Cricket has been like my passion since like school days.
So Sachin or Sehwag?
A mix of both, I think.
Very, very on the edge.
Like Prithvi Shaw.
Okay, Dhoni or Virat?
Virat.
See, now he's made a selection.
Everybody pay attention now. What does your day look like? Are you a 4 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club? When do you get back home? Do your family members complain? And now that you have a child, how do you manage that time allocation?
So morning is gym time for me. So I think it starts at like 7, 8 a.m. वो वहीं से फिर दिन शुरू होता है.
Right.
And evening goes till late. So 7 बजे, 8 बजे. But then 8 बजे के बाद जब एक बार घर पहुंच गए तो फिर
It's too much work to do.
Anyway. How do you commute? Do you drive a car? Do you ride a motorcycle?
I prefer chauffeur driven cars because अगर फोन करना है तो फोन करो, गाड़ी चलाओ.
Absolutely. 3 out of 4 businesses fail when they're trying to scale up. What are your 3 top tips to scale up?
See, सबसे important है team.
And so you're
An empowerment चाहिए उस team को. And that's why we have 2 co-founders,
Right.
Mr. Nikhil Bhatia and Mr. Rahil Gupta. So they are basically driving this show.
In my company, we are 2 of us co-founders, right? मेरे पिताजी ने कहा था शादी कर रहा है, जो लड़की से करेगा उससे भी बड़ी शादी है ये,
Right.
संभाल के, ठीक है. ये काफी लोगों को एक डर होता है. Any budding entrepreneur who says, "I'll do it alone." Is that the right way? No, I'll do it with 3 people, but they need to listen to me. How do you strike this balance?
I always believe in the power of entrepreneurship.
है ना?
वो no pain no gain वाली बात है. Pain can only come to somebody who's part of that company or he feels he's a part of that company. वो बहुत ज़रूरी है.
Fortunately for me and Amit Chetty, my co-founder, it worked out very well. In fact, I love him more than my wife, and my dad was right.
I know that very well.
Ketan, do you think you're going too fast? Is the product getting enough attention?
Do you think there's enough testing done before you roll out the product?
That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah, it's a different
No,
question.
just 2 facts. I'll answer. एक second.
Yes.
To electric mobility में अभी तक launches हुए हैं and people have taken months and months after the launch किया product अब बनाएंगे. 3 things just to answer that question. One, we have done 70,000 kilometers of testing on this product already before the launch. That has been done.
You're talking about the OXO. Yeah.
I'm talking about the OXO. Second, launch to manufacturing. That time will be insanely low because we are practically already getting into manufacturing before the launch. Because we are not going to say launch हो गया अभी और ठीक है product आएगा. We have 5,000 pre-bookings through our dealership network already received with advance payments for this product. So that gives us the confidence to jump into manufacturing right away. So it's been postponed to just make sure that the product
Everything is right.
is perfect.
Yeah.
At least what we can do, the best we can do.
Rapid fire question. I think I got my answer. Go for it. The first question.
Chai or coffee?
None. I'm a milk guy.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Bollywood or Hollywood?
Hollywood.
Veg or non-veg?
Veg.
Cars or bikes?
Cars.
Ice or electric?
Of course.
I thought it was going to be a trick question.
This question.
Nobody answered cars for cars or
Yeah,
bikes.
I'll tell you an interesting fact. My parents have never allowed me to drive a bike. So इसलिए अभी OXO is my way of saying कि अब इसको तो चलाना ही पड़ेगा.
Ketan, I wish you all the best with the launch. I'm extremely happy to be meeting what is going to go behind this brand.
5th of September we have the launch.
Oh, wow. Okay,
So,
okay. For
so I
sure.
think that is a very important day. I think let's hope to see you there.
Also
Yeah,
follow
100%.
Ketan on social media so that you can wish him a happy birthday on the 5th of September.
You're Nikhil, right?
I am Nikhil, yes. I am one of the co-founders at Hop Electric. I take care of overall operation strategy and in principle I'm custodian of the emotion of the Hop, so to say.
At Meet the Leaders, usually we are the ones who are springing a surprise on our leaders.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
time around, Hop is really springing
Reverse
a surprise. Yeah. Okay, so I have a big question for the big man here.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the biggest things was PLI.
Yeah.
Production linked incentives. You are one of the very few brands in this space to have gotten production linked incentive. What does it mean for you, for the product and for the market?
Do you have some idea about what production link incentives are?
The one thing that I know about it is, abhi recently chip shortage chal raha tha, and then I believe some poly company is now manufacturing it in Chennai, and government said they're going to give PLI. That's when I heard of PLI for the first time. They said if you invest $20 billion, we'll invest $20 billion.
For automotive, it is a little different. A lot of GDP comes from automotive sector, right? And then with EV transition happening, they wanted this manufacturing to come into India, right? That is the base core value behind it, right? And then what they decided was, okay, how do we do it, right? We have been giving demand side incentives in form of subsidies to consumers for last 10 years, but the market has not yet picked up the scale. During that process, even the supply chains were not created in India domestically. Right. So that is where they changed the game and they said, okay, we are bringing out a PLI scheme for automotive products where they have limited it to advanced automotive technology only, right? Okay. So you can do electric, you can do hydrogen fuel cells, you can do maybe military vehicles and ADAS systems, toughened glasses.
Yeah.
So they categorized it into two sects, whereas one is champion OEM scheme and then one other one was champion component scheme.
Okay.
We got impaneled into this scheme as a champion OEM, right? Where the entire list is about 20 OEMs, right? Where 16 of them are the biggies of the market. And then there was 6 new entrants in the space. So there was a category created called New Investor OEM. The company who wanted to become an applicant as new investor, they need to have a basic net worth of 1,000 crores. And then the investment criteria was raised from 1,000 crores of investment in next 5 years to 2,000 crores of investment in next 5 years.
Okay.
So we qualified in the second part of it.
Wait a minute. I'll just slow this down for people who think as slow as I do. Yeah. You are going to be investing 2,000 crores
Over next 5 years.
over next 5 years, and that qualifies you for PLI.
incentives.
And this is just one of the conditions.
Targets are very aggressive, right? Government is setting up targets till 2030, right? Electrification till 2030, and two-wheelers will be the first movers.
Yeah.
How do you do that? You have to build here, right? Build here at scale, and that is the game.
I have one very important question.
Nikhil, will you hire me?
That's not the
Sir.
important question.
For what?
For your setting up at...
Like you'll have to tell me where are you adding the value, right? And then come on board.
Awesome. What was your significant
camera.
question?
No, it was very, very important. And the important question is that ये scale up में, I think everybody or every EV manufacturer faces this problem of making cells. Everybody gets it from
Yeah.
outside and then you make the
Battery packs.
battery packs.
True.
तो इस cell का problem इससे solve होगा?
तो similarly PLI जो है ना सिर्फ एक automotive नहीं है. PLI is a 2,40,000 crore rupees scheme across multiple sectors.
Okay.
So there is a specific PLI for cell manufacturing. You see, it's a chicken and egg situation, right? You
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
sell more bikes to get more cells. You have to have more cells to get sell more bikes.
Absolutely.
So that's how it is going right now. And I think this will be solved.
अच्छे दिन आ रहे हैं.
आ गए
आ गए।
हम बैठे अच्छे दिन.
So my follow-up question is, would you be doing the usual of getting a big celebrity to as a face for your brand and going down that marketing route, or are you going to be more of an Apple-esque? company?
Okay, the current lineup of products we have, right? It is gonna talk to masses. We are young guys, right? You would have heard our name for the very first time in last couple of months. So yes, we will be getting somebody on board. The goal here is कि message जो है ना ये EV का message और ये sustainability का message ये trickle down करना चाहिए.
I have some guesses here because Ketan is a big cricketing fan, and so when he's saying that he wants to trickle down,
Yes, it will be a cricketer.
But that's it.
Yes.
Good one.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So looking forward to that, of course.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about operations.
Yeah.
Do you know that hop is not yet available in Maharashtra?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Maharashtra, Delhi, couple of big metros. Why are you guys not there yet?
So we were operational with a couple of low-speed scooters, right? So how we started was Rajasthan was our home territory. The first we started with the state. So we picked up this in the heartland belt, right? Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, a little bit of Bihar, Jharkhand, and then West Bengal. This is one belt that we are operational in right now. Down south, we started with Telangana and Andhra. We are almost on verge of finalizing somebody in Pune, right? So I think by the time the OXO comes out on road, you will have a distribution in Pune available.
Nice. But ये pan India का dream कब पूरा होगा?
This year, by end of this year, we'll have about 350 to 400 stores in India. Like next year, the target is to have more than 3,000 stores across India.
I love how confident Nikhil is. Like
2,000 crores in the next 5 years.
done.
Yeah.
The signed, seal, delivered.
Yeah, you're gonna get a fantastic motorcycle now. It's gonna called OXO.
Hey, I'm Rahil.
Rahil Gupta, right?
Rahil Gupta, correct.
And now I think you're gonna have most of your tete-a-tete happening with your test rider here.
Me.
Oh,
And I
Because
love it.
This is gonna be about what all does go into the motorcycle that's gonna make it stand apart. I mean, is it a fast motorcycle? Is it a massy motorcycle? Can we ride one now?
Can I sit on it?
Can we let him answer?
thank you so much for letting me answer. Let's take it one by one. It's a mass commuter segment. That is for sure. I cannot talk much numbers right now. We try to deliver an aspirational product. You get the features and benefits of a level above the segment, but a price of that segment, right? And that's how we are targeting this product to be. Can you ride the vehicle? Sure. Do we let you? No.
Shit. Okay, motorcycle तो ready नहीं है, ठीक है? But scooters already in the market.
Yeah, sure.
बिल्कुल रेडी है मोटरसाइकिल वहाँ पे किसी रूम में वो रेडी
Ready है ना? Scooters की बात करते हैं. What was the main thing when you decided to make a scooter? Was it ज़्यादा range देना है, कम charging time देना है, या सब कुछ एक साथ ही देना है?
We coming from an energy background was very dominant कि हमारे को vehicle solve करना है. There was no enough good reliable product in the market, and that's where the opportunity strike. Why scooters? Electric technology was not that mature that we started delivering long range vehicles. So we started with something which is driven across the city.
We know the story of Hop, the naming story of Hop, and I'm very curious about the naming of Leo and Life as well.
All of our products till date have been a 3-letter word, and Leo, Life, OXO, which is upcoming. We decided on Leo and Life because the design it took was inspired by nature, right?
Okay.
And that's how the Life began developing. Similar with Leo.
Correct.
The stance of the Leo you saw is like of a lion.
And OXO is like strongly built like an ox.
No, it's not from ox. It's actually an ambigram, OXO. So when you spit it out, it's symmetrical balanced. So just like how you keep things balanced across your life, we want to deliver that balance to the customer.
Are there any perks that we get because we've come all the way? You must be having the motorcycle here, where we show the motorcycle.
I can show you a sneak peek. If you want perks more than that, we can go for a dinner.
I think we should. Yeah. थोड़े time पहले there was this rage of EVs catching fire and all of that, and I want to address that elephant in the room. Where
are you sure you want to talk about that?
I think there's a good answer for that.
Yeah.
Let's
Sir, गाड़ी को आग तो नहीं लगी?
नहीं, that's
नहीं
not
लगी।
answer. नहीं लगी.
नहीं लगी.
We have tested those across like segments in Jaipur where we have put the battery scorches of heat not inside the product but bare shell and expose that battery to very high C ratings, which is like not be used in our product. We have kept the factor of safety. Like if it goes double, right, it is made to go double, but we are using half of it. So still we are keeping a very large factor of safety, but again, testing and validation. Like the time it took me to build the product, the time it took me to build the battery pack is longer than that. Have you integrated enough mechanical safety into the pack which actually can negate those challenges?
Correct.
That is where we differentiate. That is where we differentiate in our testing loops, validation loops, development loops, all in all again.
Can you tell us and we can turn the cameras off when you tell us. Okay, everybody, cameras off here. Yeah. 3 things that nobody knows about OXO.
3 things. So first, you will get an intelligent bike.
Okay.
Second, the performance will blow your mind.
The camera are off.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just making sure.
And third, it's super economical.
How economical is the 4th question, but I mean you
Yeah,
can answer.
in the both like say buying the bike and of course how you ride the bike. So it's both ways.
Y'all are coming to the industry slightly late,
Of course.
right? Is there something that you have learned from the industry, and whatever you bring to the table, are these learnings from the industry?
The timing is perfect in my mind. Second, learnings definitely. So what all issues have been with the different manufacturers we have been naming, we have learned a lot from them. What are the service network issues? How are you addressing the product reliability issues? How are you addressing the customer interface issues? Even how are you addressing the software bugs, right? So learnings, yes. Insights, yes. Have we acted upon those? Yes.
Are you hiring increasingly better people at Hop Electric again and again?
We look for talent every day. We look for great talent.
Get your collar up. Get your collar up.
And one thing I'm very proud of is we have a small team right now, but we have great talent.
Right, it has been a very, very hearty discussion here with Nikhil, you, and it's just blown my mind to understand how deep a strategy can run when you want to build something, pioneer something that is going to be here and here to stay. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you
It's
so much.
really wonderful having you.